was right there! Gods, do you have any idea how much that hurt? Hi guys, welcome to my second gaming video. I am still blown away by all of the support on my last gaming video, because to be honest, I didn't think anybody would care. I've never posted about gaming here before, and it turns out that video is my most watched video ever, so thank you so much for that. And since you guys seem to appreciate my gaming content, I thought I would make a video about my absolute favorite game ever, Baldurs Gate 3. Since Baldurs Gate 3 has just turned 2, it is the perfect moment for this video. I had the idea in my drafts for a while, but I hope you guys enjoy this as much as you enjoyed the last one, and thank you again. As a small creator, this really means the world to me. So before I talk about the actual topic of today, which is why I think that the game Baldurs Gate 3 was so much more popular and still is so much more popular than a lot of new releases, I am going to take you back a little bit and paint you a picture about how my Baldurs Gate 3 obsession started. If you don't care about that, skip to this part of the video. But if you want to stay for the personal gap, that's much appreciated. So last year my husband got Baldurs Gate 3 for the Xbox because he thought that I was maybe gonna enjoy it and that it would be a good game to play together. And I was skeptical because I usually just play games like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, you know, the whole cozy game arsenal. But boy was I wrong. I had so much fun playing the first playthrough with my husband, and we ended it and I thought it was great, and then my husband was ready to move on to another game and I wasn't. I replayed Baldurs Gate 3 again and again and again. So much so that I started to gain interest in more other games. I started streaming Baldurs Gate 3, which I'm currently on a hiatus, but here's my Twitch name just in case you're curious, and if I ever come back you can check me out. But I started streaming, I got into other games, learned more games that I loved, like Dragon Age Inquisition, and the obsession with Baldur's Gate still stuck with me. So before I played Baldur's Gate, I had a Switch and played cozy games, and now I have a whole gaming setup. I have a Twitch channel, and I almost got an Astarion tattoo at a convention one time, but all the places of the artists were booked. I'm still kind of bummed about that, but alright. It is safe to say that I am pretty obsessed with Baldur's Gate 3, and even now, approximately 1.5 years after I first played it, I still think about it all the time. I don't play it as much anymore, but I still play it at least once a month. So I wanted to make this video to talk about what made Baldur's Gate so special and so great in comparison to some other recent releases that didn't perform so well or that people were a little bit upset with. Dragon Age Veilgut. So here we go. One of the things that Baldur's Gate 3 did exceptionally well is the actual freedom of choice that the players have. It seems like the game developers expected every possible unhinged actions that the players could possibly think of and somehow incorporated into the game. By the way, I just realized I didn't put this in my script. There are gonna be spoilers from this point on, so if you haven't played the game, come back when you have. Or if you don't care about the spoilers, you can keep watching. Anyways.
Thinking, what happens if you get rid of the nether stone? I wondered if you could throw it into the chasm.
You have ruined us.
You are found.
Oh! Back. Rewind time. Now what happens?
And because I've given you all of these choices, it really seems like each run, each playthrough is entirely its own. Even an evil run seems fully fleshed out, which it doesn't in all of the games I've played. So it makes the experience of replaying it just so much more worthwhile and just so much more rewarding. And along with the endless choices to make in the world, came the amazing choices in the character creator, which was mind-blowing to me and to a lot of other fans when Baldur's Gate 3 first came out. It wasn't as crazy detailed as the one in Veilguard, but still, when Baldur's Gate 3 came out, it was amazing. I love the character creator, and as somebody who loves fantasy books as well, I could make my dream of my perfect fantasy character come through. The only thing that I was missing for the longest time was an option for a waist length, unnaturally long fairy princess hair, but we have mods for that now, so I'm okay on that front too. And I know I'm not the only one with this, but the character creation is actually a highlight in every single one of my playthroughs. I try to make different characters, give them like a little backstory, and in my last campaign I even tried to make a dirge taff who actually looks like a dirge taff, who actually looks like she's related to Orin and all the other family members in that storyline. Next, I want to talk about the music in the game. The music in the game is so good that I listen to it aside of the game, especially Down by the River, but also Raphael some, but especially Down by the River is so good. Obviously, I cannot put any of the music into this video because of licensing reasons, so you're gonna have to get a little sneak peek from yours truly, which is gonna be over in a second. Lace your heart with mine, let your sleeping soul take flight, take me through the night, down, down, down by the river. Alright, enough with that. Which brings me to the design of the game. Oh my god. I will never, ever, 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 ever shut up about how beautiful the world of Faerun is in Baldur's Gate 3. From the city itself to the Underdark, it is mesmerizing, but my favorite part of it is Act 1, because everything's still light, everything's full of nature, it's beautiful, I love it. The world of Baldur's Gate 3 is just one I would love to immerse myself with, aesthetic-wise, because let's be honest, if the plot was there too, I would not stay alive 2 days in Faerun. But the whole design really feels like an art piece, from the characters, the bigger ones and the NPCs, to the animals, to the surroundings. It's beautiful, feels like a piece of art, I love it. So why do I think stuff turned out so well? Well, mostly, and this is what I think, it is because Larian Studios seems like an amazing place to work at. I have heard countless stories about Larian Studios being a good employer and treating his developers and employees exceptionally well, which is what leads to a great results, because creatives need to work in an environment where they can thrive. I feel like with Baldur's Gate 3 you can tell how much of their passion everybody put into the game, and it's just something I wish that more game developers would keep in mind. Another thing that really stood out to me, this is a little side note, is that I feel like you can also tell that Larian Studios really loves its audience. That's why they keep coming out with new patches. They came out with patch 8, the last one, a little while ago, releasing new subclasses that they didn't even need to release, but they're just doing it for the fans, and I love that. By the way, if anybody from Larian Studios listens to this video, or watches this video I guess, please, I am begging for Baldur's Gate 3 on the Switch 2. I got the Switch 2 for a multitude of reasons, but there's always this little hope in the back of my head that we will get Baldur's Gate 3, because I know the Switch 2 could do it, and if I could play Baldur's Gate 3 on my next international flight, that would be perfect. That would be perfect, okay? But last but not least, let's talk about my actual favorite part of this game, which is the companion characters. All of the companion characters are well written, they have depth, they have unique personalities, and their own set of trauma that they come with. Granted, there's one little exception, which, if you are in the Baldur's Gate fandom, you already know this, but Will's storyline could have been more fleshed out. I get that, I get the complaints, and I think it's such a bummer that it wasn't. And I also personally think that Halsin's storyline ended kind of abruptly in Act 3, but I also don't have any better idea on what they should have done with that. So, Halsin aside, Will is the only character that I would have wished a lot more from. But besides that, the characters are well-rounded, they have flaws, they are human. They're not human, but you know what I mean, they have human traits. And they really stick with you, even if you finish the game, because you just build a personable relationship with them. Because they help you understand them, and they're so multifaceted. Okay, I'm blabbing around. But what I also adore is that those characters have been through real-life traumas, and in some instances are great role models showing how they get over them. We have characters who've been through abuse, grooming, religious trauma, and many others. And I'm showing examples here, but this is not, most of them aren't the only example for the specific thing that I mentioned, but you get the gist. But the companion characters and the NPCs, in my opinion, are the reason why so many people are so obsessed with the game, because it's easy to relate to them. And for some people, they show aspects of their personality that people find hard to express themselves, or that just truly make them feel seen. In the end, wrapping this all up, I think you can say that so many people love this game because it was made with love and it shows. The game developers focus on quality over money, and in my opinion, it's an absolute masterpiece that has helped me so much when it comes to coping with the real world, but also is so much fun and the story is so dear to me. And if anybody who has worked on Baldur's Gate 3 is watching this for some reason, thank you so much for your amazing craft and work. It was truly life-changing. Thank you. Alright, you guys, enough of me yapping about Baldur's Gate 3, even though I never get tired of it, but if you want, you can yap about Baldur's Gate 3 in the comments. Let me know who your favorite companion is, because I don't get tired of it, so I'll just yap with you down in the comment section below. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. It helps me out so much. I'm hoping to get to 150 subscribers soon, so you would really help out a small channel. And yeah, I hope you liked it. See you next time. Bye bye.